Musician's Corner on Timeless and Irish with Billy Donegan.
Today we're coming to you from Shrone, and I am joined by our guest today, Paudie McAuliffe. Paudie, how are you doing?
Fine, Billy, thank you.
Now, take us back to when you started out on the music business. Tell us about your first band.
Well, my first band was the Shades of Country. Declan, my son, was involved in it with me. As a small boy, he learned the keyboards in Killarney, and we started playing locally for the daycare centre in Rathmore, or Jordanho, and then we got a few bookings from around locally, and we got better and better at it all the time. So Declan then got married and he had moved away, and I formed the band myself, my own one-man band together, yeah.
And you were at that then right up till the time that COVID struck?
I was that right up to the time the COVID came in.
Can you remember the last date you played 15 months ago?
I was for the active retirement. I played in the Gleneagle in Killarney, and that was the last day that I played. We had the COVID took in then after that.
And do you do any bit of playing yourself at home?
Oh, I do my practice at home all the time. From time to time I do practice to keep it going, that when we will get back on the road again. Someday, Billy, that we will get on the road again when the COVID is gone.
Now, tell us how many albums you've recorded.
I have 3 albums. Now,
the last of those you recorded in, 2018?
2018, September in 2018.
Now, going back to your earlier albums, you had your first big hit in the 90s with the Sweet Town Land of Shrone.
The Sweet Town Land of Shrone. I got that song from, that song was written by Dean Lynch, back over the hill from me, and the late Dean Lynch. And Mary Cronin, the late Mary Cronin, gave it to me down here one Sunday at Mass, after Shrone Mass. She gave it to me, and in an envelope. So we put it together, and that song has worked very well for me up to the present day.
I've crossed the broad Atlantic and I've crossed the Irish Sea. I've been to sweet Africa, some beauty spots to see. But in all the places I have been, one stands out on its own. It's a haven neath the mountains, the sweet town land of Shrone. I've been to old Glengarry, where the rarest shrubs are seen. From there to wild Atterbury, and home by sweet Clonkeen. But again, most pleasing to the eye, and shines out on its own, as God's beauty's gift to Ireland, the sweet town land of Shrone. How oft I watch the exile as she gazes all alone, to take a last fond loving look at the hills above my home. Those lovely two-cap mountains, they stand out on their home. They seem to kiss the only creek that drains the lake of Shrone. Now to conclude and finish, I thank you one and all. If as to make a final wish before my final call, I'd ask for no mighty mansion or highly polished home, but to live in peace and happiness in the sweet town land of Shrone. but to live in peace and happiness in the sweet land of Shrone.
Now, a very significant album for you, of course, was your last album, which you recorded in 2018, The Green Grassy Hills.
The Green Grassy Hills, yeah, Billy. And ideally, there was Barry Haig. He launched it with me in the Star Trek studios in Knocknagree. And we had a fierce crowd on the day. Eddie and myself goes very well together. That album had the Robins Come Home. And that album went all over the country in the radio stations, including your own. Went very well for me through every radio station up the country and down.
And of course, as you said, the big one from that was the Robins Come Home. Where did you come across that song?
The Robins Come Home, I got it from Brian Finn, from an album from Brian Finn.
And Brian Finn, of course, is from Newfoundland.
Newfoundland, yes.
Yeah.
He's from Newfoundland.
So the song hadn't been heard here before?
No, that song was, it had never been around before until I picked it up from the album of Brian Finn.
And did you expect it to do so well, or was it a complete surprise?
No, not at the start, but because it was like any other album that other artists do. But it went very well in the West of Ireland. There it started a couple of months after I doing it by Michael Cummins, and then the rest of the radio stations picked it up, and from there on it went very well for me.
And of course, it's become a phenomenal hit altogether. And at any other time, of course, you would have been able to take huge advantage of it, but unfortunately, on account of COVID.
With the COVID, yes, it was an awful disadvantage to me.
Now, another song that has done very well for you is one called Memories of Shrone. You had that specially written for you, I presume.
I had that song written for me by a great songwriter that's a few miles away from me, Bob Bardove. His name was Ted Lewinsky. He wrote that song. He wrote 4 songs for me altogether. And every one of them was as good as the next one. Ted is a great songwriter, and I always have many thanks to Ted for the songs that he wrote for me. The Memories of Shrone, I remember one night I rang Ted on my way to the recording studio to Leo, and I said to him, could he write another song for me from Shrone? He said, I'll never think about it. And a week after, he came with a song in his pocket, and that was the Memories of Shrone.
Let me take you back to a lovely spot where I oft times used to roam. It's back in County Kerry, beside my native home. It's where I spent my childhood, from there I had to go. But an exiled heart is never far from the spot that they call home. The day I left, I won't forget, as I left my mother's door. On a train that took me far away from Shrone and sweet Rathmone, I left the 2-packed mountains that rise above my home, and the spot I spent my childhood beside the lake in Shrone. Fond memories of my childhood takes me back to other days. But my father and my mother, to the city I went to pray. they asked the Virgin Mary to guide us all our days. That was the local custom each year the 1st of May. No more those hill-top mountains or those valleys I will roam, or skip rocks across the water of the lovely lake of Shron. My exiled heart gets lonely for the things I'll see no more. So I'll say God bless to Kerry, to Shron and sweet Rathmore. So I'll say God bless to Ireland, to Shron and sweet Rathmore. An exiled heart is never far from the spot that they're all home.
So there we go, that was Memories of Shron. Now Paudie, is there anybody you'd like to say hello to or to thank?
Yes, I would. I'd like to thank yourself, Billy, and Radio Kerry for the great airplay, and that we're in the musicians' corner. And I also would like to say hello and thanks to Dermot Moriarty and his wife Rita. And I also want to say hello to Sean Riley and his wife Eileen. And say a big hello to a great man that helped me always through the music, was Mike Fitzgerald and Leo up above in Ballydesmond for the videos. And to Eddie Lee, a great friend of mine, as you know, back in Ballyhoig, and the songwriter Ted Lewinsky, who writes all the songs for me. And thanks to my family as well, and especially to Declan, that was the backbone of the music, you could say, from day one. And last but not least is Peg and Mike Stack from Kilflin.
And Paudie, are you all geared up to get back playing when this thing is all over?
Oh yes, for sure, Billy, I am, yeah. I like to get back on the road. Love the dancing and the great people that we met along the way. Many friends here and there, everywhere. Dancing people and people who's, and you'd look forward to Mike Fitzgerald's a Sunday in a month. I'm playing there since the year 2000, every whole year. And I would look forward to getting back there again.
And you'd have some plans to do a new video when things
I have a new video on the pipeline. Leo and Mike have a new video for me on the pipeline. And that will be coming straight after the COVID, hoping to get back to it.
Paudie, thank you very much for talking to us today.
And thank you too, Billy.
Musicians' Corner on Timeless and Irish with Billy Donegan.